Hey traders, Luke from Breakout Trading here. If you are watching, just give me an audio check. Let me know if my audio is good or not. We did have an issue yesterday. Just put it in the comments section. But what a great day today! Great day, great day. Up $1,178 on the day. Um, I mean that's beautiful. This plus what I made in my TD Ameritrade account. You know, if I could consistently make that number, that's 251 trading days, be around 300,000 a year. Well, that I'd hope to get a little higher than that. I'm a little more ambitious, but anyway, um, after the recap, we are going to go over some order types. If you are currently a Breakout Trading member and getting text alerts, I understand that some of the newer members are confused. We've had a video about this in the past, but that was a while ago, so we'll do a newer one. Um, I just want to say, uh, today I had a conversation with Jason Cohen, and let me tell you something. Things are like, I don't know. God works in mysterious ways. That's all I can say. Uh, because he really wants to get on board. He wants to do something like this. He doesn't really have the time, but he definitely wants, he wants his hand on something. So I listen. I spoke to a friend of mine that works for Citigroup. He works in the research department. And he's basically one of the guys that gives like overweight or underweight or call or buy ratings. And anyway, I told him what's going on with Jason Cohen and all the other Cohens, and he's like, man, this could be huge. He's like, this might be the biggest thing that ever happens to you in your life, so take advantage of it. And he was like, how'd you even get in contact with Jason Cohen? I was like, well, my mentor, he actually works on Wall Street and helps companies IPO. So, he knew him and through somebody ultimately. And my cousin has a guy, has a friend, and that goes out and they go clubbing at night, him and Jason, So it's just a big connection, two ways. It's just like way too coincidental, but anyway, I was talking to Jason. I was telling him how we're partners with TradeNet, and I had a conversation with a TradeNet, one of the heads of TradeNet. Like this is like a top dude, and I was talking to him about possibly um, creating our own prop accounts. And he said the only issue is that we'd have to have some kind of office offshore. And that's it. And then we could have our own prop accounts, similar to TradeNet prop accounts, which, by the way, TradeNet has a summer sale going on. The link is below. Let me show that to you. The TradeNet summer sale. They make it look so cool. Um, and yeah, the link is down below, and $379 for the intro program. That's really all you need. All you need is the intro program because essentially you're going to start out with $14,000. They keep 70%. But what you do is once you get your first 1,500, which is not hard to make, that's 10% in a $14,000 account, and there's no shorting restrictions. So you can short anything that's crashing, make your 10%, and then have them upgrade you. And now you'll get the student program, which is a $80,000 account. And then you can upgrade to the expert program, which is a $160,000 account. And they only take 80%. And then you could upgrade, and you could just upgrade without actually paying anything. But you got to get your foot in the door. And there's a sale here you can get in for $379. It's pretty cheap. Usually, standard price is 500, but if you're a member of Breakout Trading, you can get it for 399. So they seem to be dropping 20 bucks off of it. That's cool. So, and on top of that, there's a whole program that you get. Self-study course, 1 month mentorship, star trader course, all this other stuff. Anyway, I'm going too much onto TradeNet. And let's jump into the actual TradeNet platform. What I made money on today, and made about $1,000. I have $160,000 account here, and again, this is through upgrades. Like altogether on this account, yes, I did spend about 5 grand. But even so, that's much more than what it costs. It's typically 5,000, 6,000, and I paid 5 grand. There was a couple upgrades. I lost money on a couple stocks, and that's the only reason I paid that much. I was actually down in an $80,000 account, and I had to pay that whatever I was short to get this upgrade. But other than that, today was a pretty cool day. I mean, BPTH. I just seen a head and shoulder formation forming here. I think it was out the gate, and made a quick $221. Uh, I made an impulse buy on Roku because it's my favorite stock. I own nothing but Roku TVs, and I just kind of jumped in out of nowhere on this one, and I got out pretty quick without any massive losses. And then right here we got TVIX. I shorted it at some point. This is one of my go-to stocks. I shorted it at some point, and our policy is to kill red. So it turned red, and I killed it. But I probably would have made money when I held it if I had held it. And then I traded UVXY, and I went long on it, and I'm not sure why UVXY reacted the way it did today. Just a very unusual reaction. I even traded options on it. Um, and I had an unusual reaction. I traded XLF. Obviously, today all the banks had good, you know, earnings reports. XLF is the financial spider for the S&P 500, and I figured I'd go long in it, and made 180 in that. But the big winner, of course, was TVIX Long, made $1,579. I still don't know how I lost $771 on UVXY when I made 1597 in TVIX, when they're essentially literally the same stock but with a different ticker. I don't know. I'll look back at the tape somewhere. I made a malfunction of sorts, but good day here. And then in the Thinkorswim account, did something a little bit out of the norm. We traded a pre-market trade today, and I sent out the text alerts for that, and you can see those right here. Not many text alerts today. Just I brought up a bunch of stocks. I think this and GSUM are the only text alerts that I actually MMLNT, but that was actually not my text alert. That was a another breakout trader's text suggestion. Um, but I mean, well, I guess I agreed with it, so it was mine as well. Um, and where is that one? Text alerts. Where'd it go? I just saw it. IMRN, good time to buy right now. Very close to the R1 support level. Now that was at about 854.19. As you can see, I made about $100 on IMRN. I put up about 2 grand to make that $100, so not much of a return on these risky kind of trades, but a return is a return, I guess. Um, let's see. Um, is this the right one? I guess so, yeah. So at about 854, was it? Yeah, at about 854, pulled down to about 615, and I got filled at about 614, and that's right where the resistance was. So the fill happened right here, and it shot up, and I sold for a little profit of about $100, and then it just dumped. So nice pre-market play that was on the text alert, and hopefully you got in on that. And what's great about the text alerts is you can get in on it, and you can also watch me trade it. Some people might have got in on this at 615 and then missed the bounce and But had you had been following with me, you would have seen I already had my limit orders in place to catch the pop, and I had taken a partial pretty quickly. I'd taken a partial. I think around 670 or something like that. I'd taken the partial, maybe even before that. Around 655, 650, I took a partial. But and then again, my other trade was UVXY. I somehow don't know how I don't know. UVXY confused me today. I don't know why I did what it did. That's my biggest gainer, as you guys know. But things happen. But now I want to jump real quickly into the for the text alerts, the order types that you might see. So let's go ahead and let's jump into um, buy GSUM over 350 or at 351. Whenever you see buy over, that means you buy over. So I literally put it in very clear terms. Buy GSUM over 350 or at 351, meaning I don't want you to buy it at 350. I want you to buy it over 350. And I'm even specific in this case, and I say at 351. I'm usually not that specific. So let's see if we can go. Where is on demand? Here we go. Oh, but today won't be there. That's right. Today won't be there. It's too soon. Um, Maybe we can go Friday. Hmm, Facebook, face, Facebook. All right, let's. I'm gonna make this real simple. Um, 9:47. Go. All right. So let's say that we're trading. It's 9:47, and I think that this is going to break over 197, right? Typically, we use stocks cheaper than this, but this is solely for educational purposes. Now, you might get a stock alert that looks, yeah, this makes it simple. This makes it very simple. So you might see, okay, he's looking at Facebook, right? I would put my entry point. Now, since this is a what you call it, since this is a play where I'm trying to buy a price higher than the current price, let me pause it so we don't miss it. That I'm trying to buy a price higher than the current price, I would put an over or more than or stop buy. So there's multiple phrases I would use. Hang in there, don't get confused. So the ticker would be Facebook. The entry price would be over 178. And let me see, what is it in this case? Over 197. But it hit 197.04. So I'm going to say to you over 197.04 because I want you to buy it at the highest of highs. You know, there's that saying, buy low, sell high. Well, breakout trading, we work the opposite way. We buy high, sell higher. That's how it works. Sometimes we'll try to go down and get the low, like we did this morning with IMRN or whatever it was. We went down to the R1 pivot point. As long as we know where the pivot points are and where to go down, that's fine. But this is Facebook, and the pivot points are quite spread. So we'll just go 190, 197.04, right? over 197.04. All right. So then over 197.04. Now I'm going to see it hit a little bit of support right here at 196. So I'm going to make your stop loss solely based on that little pullback there, 196, 196, sorry, 195.99. So that's just below 6. Your target, well, you're risking a dollar. So in a situation where you're risking a dollar, I would really like you to make $2 or $3. But since I already seen the chart a little bit, I don't think it goes $2 or $3. Technically, you could hold this 2 days or over the weekend because I know on Monday that this does hit like 201 or 210, and it would fill. But for the purpose of this thing, I'm just gonna kind of do it this way. I'm gonna go 1 to 1, which I don't ever like to go. So I'm gonna make your target 198. $198. Now, I could just send this like this, but I'm going to add something. And if you get the text alerts, you'll see sometimes it'll either say pick of the day or OCO order. This is actually the incorrect form that I use. The actual one that I use is this one. And it allows me to pick OCO order, pick of the day, things like that. So let me do it again. So Facebook over 197.04, stop loss 195.99, and the target is $198. And your message, sometimes I'll put a message, whatever, like you can take a smaller loss if stock looks bearish. So that's kind of commonsensical. So if the stock looks like it's starting to go down, you don't have to wait for it to go all the way to 195.99. You can sell out at 196.60, right? All right. So let's say, that, for example, that this is my pick of the day, right? And let's say it's my pick of the day because I didn't actually find it. I found it on Trade Ideas. And what the hell is Trade Ideas, you might be asking? Trade Ideas is this program right here. It's an artificial intelligence program. It basically tells you when to buy, when to sell, what's your targets should be, what your profit target should be, what your stop loss should be. It tells you everything. It's an amazing program. I'll include it in the description if I haven't already, and I have a code to give you 15% off. So this is, in terms of scanners, the number one scanner you can own on the internet, period. Um, that being said, let's jump back into it. All right, so boom, now I got this order in. I'm just going to let everybody know this is a test because I'm going to actually send it. Test, test. All right, so, and it also, notice it gives you your risk, your gain, your risk reward ratio, all that stuff. So it's my pick 'em of the day. I got it out of Trade Ideas, and also it's is it? Yeah, 100% Facebook. It's what's that word? A candidate for OCO. So I'm gonna check off OCO, and I'll let you know what that is later. But it's basically like it says, set it and forget it OCO. So I hit send. And then bling bling, immediately it's going to show up. Here it is, Facebook. It says test 197.04 stop loss. Okay, here's all your info. Here's your risk reward ratio. And then extra info, you can take a smaller loss if you want. It's my pick of the day, which you might be like, whoa, that's a big deal. Actually, it's Trade Ideas pick of the day. So that's a little different, but that's still a very big deal. And now let's go to the charting system, right? Now that we have that information, let's go to the charting system, which is right here. All right. So we know I don't want to buy this unless it goes over 197.04. One thing you can do simply is you can just get a stop order, go right to 197. You can see the price right here. The price is actually right here. But to make it easier, I'm going to turn auto send off. I right click, I'll hit buy, edit. So I want to buy it over 197.04, so I'll buy it at 197.05. I'll buy 150 shares, and that's it. I'll confirm and send because that's what came in through the text alert. Now, we already saw what happened. If I press play, which I just did, I'm going to press play. The second it gets to that price, fast forward it a little bit. Okay, 196.90, 196.89. And any minute now it should execute, right? Here we go. It's getting close. All right, so my order executed. Now that I'm executed, what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to go back to the text alert, quite simply. And okay, text alert says my target is 198. Well, pause here. Because there's two things you could do. Your text alert, it says your target's 198. And let me go back. Where is it? And your stop loss is at 195.99. Okay? So you can do this with both Think or Swim and even Tef's Trader, TradeNet's Trader. So obviously, if you wanted to do what we just did, you would hit stop. You would go to Facebook. There is no like on demand for this. You would put your price of 197.05, right? And you would pick your shares and you would buy, and it would go here and it would fill. Same thing. Now, the second thing you could do once it fills is you can go to your range order. Here they call it a range. On Thinkorswim, they call it with stop. So on your range order, you take your target price, which is 198, and your stop loss price, which is 196, or was it 196? Yeah, 190, not 196, 195.99, and you simply hit sell, and that order will come in. So it'll either fill on your high price or your low price. Now, if you want, you could put in a trailing stop, but that's a video for a whole. That's a lesson for a whole other video. Although I might try to squeeze it in here real quick. All right, so instead of a range order on here, they have what's called you got to go sell custom with stop. Okay. So you can say, all right, I know I want this at 198, and I know my stop loss is 195.99. You can hit confirm, send, and you can see you got your stop and you got your target, right? So, oh, actually, I have to edit that order. You got to always make sure that they are both on sell, because they don't come both on sell. Cancel replace order. So let me make sure that this is a sell. And all right, let me delete. Let me cancel the order. Cancel order. Let me redo that again. So sell custom with stop. You would put the 198, sell, boom, boom, and make sure you put this at sell and go 195, 90, 99. And another smart thing to do is always put day from good till cancel and good till cancel. It's just good to have it because in case the order takes 2 days to fill. So confirm and send. Now I have 2 stop orders. I'm going to hit play. One of them is going to fill. We already know which one it is. And way, way later down the road, we know that it's going to fill at we know that it's going to fill. And you can see it filled here. And it's so high right now. Yeah, see, it's sold at 198. All right, but now there's another thing you can do. There's one more thing you can do. Now remember what I put in. Remember I put in OCO. OCOs are great. Let's say that it is, you got to go to work, right? And what am I doing here? You got to go to work. It's 8:30 Eastern time, or whatever, 8:52 Eastern time, over in Florida or something. I don't know. Right? So now you got the market about to open in a little bit. I sent you this nice OCO order. You don't got time to sit and watch all day. All you do is this. You right click, and just so you know, I would never send you guys a one-to-one risk loss scenario, risk gain loss scenario. So let's just, because I know it went to 199 now, let's go ahead and pretend that I sent you a 199 target, because I would never do a one-to-one ever. So let me go back just in case you missed it. So now you know the market's going to open. It's about to open about a half hour. I send you that OCO order. So you go to buy custom with OCO bracket. Now this gives you everything. You don't have to do nothing. So, okay, what's the first one? It's a buy order. So it's obviously what you want to try to buy at. Well, we already know what you want to buy at. You want to buy at 190, what was it? 197.05, right? Over 197.04 is 197.05. Now, I might use the term at, and that's a different story, and I'll get to that next, and then we're done. So we know that our target on this is 199. Let's just say I changed it, because I would never give you a one-to-one order, and I would rarely give you a one-to-two order either, or two-to-one order. So now you got your entry, you got your target, and you got your stop loss is 196 or 195, 95 or 99, right? That's it. You have your entire order ready. This order's OCO eligible. This will only work in a margin account, and the stock has to be shortable because you technically do have 2 sales on it. So you hit confirm and send. There you go. You got your entire order in. Now you go to, you got 150 shares, right? Whatever we bought, 150 shares. Let's say let's fast forward by every half hour or every 15 minutes. Hey, hold on. I have to back up. Okay. So, all right. Market's open. It's 9:36. You're at work. You're not even thinking about this stuff. It hits 1904. Remember, that was the highest it hit, but your order didn't fill. Oh, okay, now it filled. Um, Now you're filled. Remember, your order's at work, and what do you have left in play? It's just your stop loss and your target. So you're at work, you're doing your thing, or you're out on the beach, you're out on the boats, you're doing whatever the heck you gotta do, and your stop loss is far enough away that you don't have to worry about getting stopped out. Market's trending up nicely. And I think it's coming soon because I only put like 12 something. All right, it's hitting 197.96. All right, we're at 198.42. Boom, boom, boom. We're about to hit your target of 199. There you go. And that should fill, fill, fill. There you go. So you literally just made 150 shares, 2 points. $300 while at work. You didn't do nothing. You didn't have to see any of this. You didn't have to sit around from 9 until 1. The order just filled. The order came straight from the artificial intelligence. So we know it's 86% chance it's going to be accurate, and that's basically it. Now, the only difference is if I ever give you an at order. If I say, I don't want you to buy that unless it's at 198.80 for whatever reason. I might give you an order like that. So if it ever said if I ever give you the instructions to buy something at, let me get everything ready here. So if I ever say breakout trading, okay, ticker Facebook, I want you to get your entry point is. Now, I won't put over, I won't put at. Sometimes I'll put at, or I'll put 197.90 or 198.90 limit. That I'll put often. Stop loss 198.49, and your target is $201, right? Okay, so you got a nice risk reward ratio there. You're risking about 50 cents to make about one, two, $3 or 250. And now, if this is a scenario where, let's say, I'm picking the order. Now, this is obviously OCO eligible, and I'm picking the order. And what was I just gonna say? I lost my train of thought. It was important too. So test, test, test. What would I have put there? It was important. Anyway, if I send you an order like that, boom, you get sent. It's gonna come out to you like this. You could see it's from me. You could see it's OCO eligible. You could see it's not my pick of the day. Um, you got your gain, risk, reward, and Facebook. A limit order is simply what it is. I do not want you buying Facebook unless it hits a limit of 198. What did I put? 198.90. So I would right click, I would hit buy, edit 198. What did I put? 90, right? Confirm send. So now I got a limit order sitting there that's not going to fill unless it pulls down to 198.80. You also have my stop loss there. You have everything there essentially. Um, so you can literally put that stuff right in. So you got a stop loss of, okay, so my order filled, as you can see. Um, now and that's the same thing, guys, as on the TradeNet platform. You pick a limit order, and I want it at 198.80. You pick how many shares, you hit buy, and that's it. And keep in mind, I'll be watching because I'm trading with you, and I'll be giving you updates throughout the way. If for some reason it just doesn't seem like it's gonna hit that 198.90, but I know it's gonna take off, I'll be like, all right, just buy it at 199. You know. So now you got a target and a stop loss, right? So you can literally go to range order on TradeNet, and you can go, my high price is 201, and my low price is, my stop loss is 198.49. Now, of course, you have to wait for it to fill to do this. This is not an OCO order, and then you hit sell. It's quite simple. All the orders are simple. Limit order is if you want to get it on a pullback. Market order is probably your best friend on TradeNet. And I hate to say that because I almost always used to tell my students never use market orders because you can get a bad fill. But because you have to bet the spread, you can see the mark right now is 203.70, the price. But the ask is 203.83 and the bid is 203.61. So you might think, hey, I'm at 203.70, that's my price. Why aren't I getting filled? Because it actually has to hit 203.61 for your limit order to get filled. So betting the spread makes things kind of hard on TradeNet. So I do recommend getting in with market orders if you have to. You got range, which is like I just explained. You put your target, your stop loss. That's the same thing on Thinkorswim. You go to sell custom with stop limit. Actually, don't do with stop limit. Do sell custom. Stop limit is something a little different. With stop, make sure you change that to sell. Make sure you change day to good till cancel. Good till cancel, that's what GTC stands for. And then simply put the prices that I told you. Put your stop loss of 198.49 and 201.00. And you can confirm and send. Right? And now you got your orders in and you're all good. So I don't know why it looks like that. I probably made a mistake somewhere, but I think sell 150 at 201 and sell the rest. Good till cancel. I did make a mistake, but you guys saw the thing. A stop limit is totally different. A stop limit is technically a stop order will fill at a market price. So when you use a stop limit, you're limiting the most you're willing to pay for an order. So I don't want to get into that on this one because that's an entire chapter in the Breakout Trading University. I just wanted to go over the basics so that you understand the text alerts that when they come in, you know what buy at means, what buy over means, and I think that's pretty much it. You got stop limit. Stop limit is great. A trailing stop is another great thing that you might love on TradeNet. So let's say you're in a profitable range. Let's say I'm in BPTH and I'm profitable, right? So all a stop limit is, or a trailing stop, excuse me, a trailing stop with the dollar sign is you would put trailing stop and you would put, let's say, 20 cents. And this is a short, so in this case, I would buy the cover. But if it was a sale, I would, sell. And all that's doing is it's waiting. It's literally moving. It's picking up wherever you hit that, let's say, sell button, right? And the stock keeps going up, right? It's going to create a 20 cents gap stop. So if the market keeps going up and there's this 20-cent gap stop, that stop will go up with it. But then let's say it goes down 10 cents. It's not going to stop you out. It's going to keep you in your order. And then it's going to go back up and this will go back up. And then it'll come back down and it'll test it and it'll go back up and this will go back. And then it'll come back down and it'll test it. Go back down. But the second it goes down 20 cents, that's it. It's going to close out your order. And it's actually a really, really, really useful tool. Because let's say you're profitable about $1 in Facebook. Well, that's the perfect scenario to use a 33 cents trailing stop. Because even if it goes down 33 cents, you still are going to keep your 66 cents gain that you made times however many shares that you purchased. But other than that, I think I went pretty deep into everything. Let me see. Does anybody have any questions? Questions? Nope, 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 nope. All right, guys, it's been a great, 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 great day. If you're interested again in trade ideas, we do have the summer sale going on. Just use the code BREAKOUT15, all caps. It is case sensitive. If you want to sign up for TradeNet for this beautiful little program right here, we got the summer special going on. I would jump on that. That is the second cheapest I've ever seen them put it at. And the cheapest is only like $10 cheaper, $20 cheaper. But get that intro package, get started, jump in. I mean, there's no pattern day trading rule, no PDT, no nothing. And another bonus is once you sign up for Trade Net, I get them confused sometimes too. Trade Net, you automatically get a membership into Breakout Trading. So we will teach you how to take advantage of the program and make nice gains every day. You know, uh, I could say it's very easy once you understand it. And that's the honest truth. When you first get into it, it's like anything else. It'll be confusing because you're playing with a spread, and that sounds confusing. And a lot of people don't even know what that means. But you got to play stocks like TVIX. Look at the spread on TVIX. It's 10 cents, but it's usually only like 1 cent. So it really doesn't make a difference. And that's why it's very easy to make 1,500 on TVIX in 20 minutes. So, guys, message me with any questions. We also have our own summer special going on right now. I shouldn't call it a summer special because it's not going to be happening all summer, but $40 for a lifetime package. Uh, and then I am going to have to take that away soon due to certain partners coming on and things of that nature. Also, Marvin, my mentor, is we're going to see if we can get him to get in here to do a class on options because he's an options professional. What else? Get this book if you don't have it. Jesse Livermore, How to Trade in Stock, with commentary by Richard Smitten. Make sure it is this cover. Take a screenshot if you must. Here, I will help you. Go ahead, take a screenshot. Check. And also, if you want to get into options, you must read this book. If you've never seen this book before, it's Options as a Strategic Investment by Macmillan. Must read. A must read. All right, my friends, that is it. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will enjoy mine. And this is Luke. I am out.